morning.
Hey, good morning.
Scrub your back for you so you don't get my hair wet.
You're on. Oh, if you want to pick up a few extra dollars, report every morning at 8:15. Oh, heaven, heaven. Oh, you can set your own price.
Move back, you're splashing.
Hmm? Ah! Stay by the bell.
Hello? Just a minute. Who? Yeah. Hold on, please. Neil?
Huh?
Somebody named Charlie. He says it's urgent.
Tell him I sent the check yesterday.
He still wants to talk to you.
I'll call him in a couple of hours. Come on, you haven't finished my back.
It sounded important. He said you didn't have a couple of hours.
Oh, with Charlie, everything's important. Somebody sneezes, it's a national disaster. Hey, boy.
Whose dog is that, anyway?
The neighbors. I don't think they feed him. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here. Well. I better get the lead out. I'll be late. I'll be back about 5. You be here?
I don't know.
Well, that could mean anything from I'll be out walking the dog and lots of luck. I'll see you around.
It doesn't mean either. It just means I need to pull back for a while.
You mean just like that all of a sudden?
I didn't say out, just back. I need a little distance before I get in too deep.
Oh. Now, sounds like the good doctor's been earning his keep this past week.
I don't need an analyst to tell me I'm starting to repeat myself.
All right, so you had a lousy marriage. Who hasn't had a lousy marriage?
But I had too. So, besides, I'm not talking about marriage. I'm talking about getting too involved too soon.
Mm-hmm. And what makes it too soon, huh? We've known each other for 2 months, right?
Mm-hmm. And I still don't know if I'm just your interior decorator or a long one-night stand. And in case it's more than that, I want to be ready. Doesn't mean I won't be back.
Oh, wunderbar. That is the kind of definite maybe I would expect from a disciple of the eminent Dr. Farman.
At $35 a clip, yeah.
I told you Farman has nothing to do with it.
Oh, then your astrologer, maybe? The village sorceress. That's who it was. Some reliable type like that.
Don't
That's
humor
what it
me.
was.
It might work.
Look, Jeannie, straight. This might have started with your, picking some wallpaper for the living room, but it's gone way past that now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for both of us, and that's what scares me.
All right, let's talk about it at lunch. Huh? Well, you said you wanted to get to know me better, didn't you?
I guess I did.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you at lunch.
Good boy. Good boy, huh? Come on, boy. Here. Here you go. You hungry? Huh? You want a biscuit? There you go. Come on. Come on. Atta boy. Atta boy. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. There you go, boy. Come on. Come on. Stay. Stay.
Who are you?
I was afraid I missed you, Mrs. Glass. Oh, I found these in your driveway.
No one named Glass here. I'm Mrs. Rissman.
Well, isn't this 407 South Euclid?
North. Sunset's the dividing line.
Oh, north, Sunset, of course. And that poor lady's been waiting for me over there all this time.
What were you doing in my backyard?
Oh, I'm with Stein Realty. Mrs. Glass called our office and asked if I could stop by and discuss selling her house.
Well, as I said, this is 407 North.
So how could I expect her to be here, right? I mean, she doesn't even live here.
What company did you say you were with?
I tried to look at the backyard and the pool area, but your dog had other ideas. You should give Rover a gold star.
Prince. He's been to obedience school.
Can I give you a hand with that?
No. I'm fine. Who did you say you were with?
Oh, I'm with Stein Realty. Downtown Los Angeles. We're into industrial property mostly, but in this tight money market, we're taking anything we can get. Residences, acreage. As a matter of fact, I was thinking I might try to list that little lemonade stand down the street. It's a lovely place you have here. If you ever think of putting it on the market, please give us a call.
No, we're very happy here, but thanks all the same.
Well, no offense. Thanks again. Neil? Anybody home?
Come in. I didn't hear your truck. Oh, I thought you were Mr. Benedetto, the painter.
No, I'm Charlie Herod, the lawyer.
Yes, you called.
Several times. Is he home still?
No, he had an appointment, but I gave him your message.
Which he chose to ignore, obviously. Would you mind if I call my office?
Oh, sure. Come on in. Well, that is, if you can work your way through the debris.
Well, it's not all that bad. In fact, it looks rather promising. Miss,
Oh, sorry. Jeannie Melville.
Miss Melville, thank you.
And in case you're wondering, I'm the decorating consultant from a furniture store in the valley. Neil bought a sofa and some chairs from us.
Oh, did I say I was wondering?
You looked as if you were. You still do, just as I'm wondering.
What, about me?
Mm-hmm. About why you'd take the trouble to come all the way out to a client's house, unless it's really urgent.
Well, now, did I say it wasn't urgent?
What you said was, whatever it is, it'll wait until you find Neil.
Something like that.
Well, then I guess we could call it dead heat, huh, Mr. Herod? You're dying to know if I'm just here hanging wallpaper, and I'd like to know if Neil's in some kind of trouble.
You're all right, Miss Melville. I guess you'd call it that. Dead heat.
I think I can. Yes. Well, I'll try to find the photographs in my file, and I'll phone you right back. Right. Bye. Well, what have you got?
3 detectives right behind me.
You have a grotesque sense of humor, Neil. You really have. Lovely. Well cut.
Belonged to my grandmother.
This watch surprises me. The stone has a chip, the one on the right. It'll lose some of the weight in recutting.
Oh, really? I didn't notice it.
The hell you didn't. You're better without the glass than I am with it. Now, this watch, it's just full of surprises.
Anything to make your day a little brighter, huh? What's it worth?
And I would say new retail, about 3,000. As it is, perhaps a third of that.
Bless you for an honest man.
You had it appraised already.
A department store.
A department store. That sort of thing's going to backfire, Neil. Those employee types are highly suspicious.
How much will it work?
3,600. That's stretching it.
Make it an even 4.
The risks that I run, I'll make it an even 3,600.
Done.
You know, it amazes me how you always work in broad daylight.
What's that? What, are you running a seminar?
I'm just curious.
Well, that's the only way to go, Herb. During the day, nobody pays any attention. All the doors are open, people coming and going. The man of the house is at the office. You did say 3,600.
Mm-hmm. Didn't I count it right?
I'd like to see some pearls.
Opera length, I presume.
What do you think?
Well, I'm prone to suggest opera length for the clothes that they're showing this year. I've got some beautiful pearls. As a matter of fact, I have a beautiful emerald. It's a cocktail ring. Finest color that I've seen in years.
Herm, there's no soul in any stone except a diamond.
Put a saddle on you, you could enter a jackass race.
Yeah, but would I win it, Charlie? That's the real question.
How long you know me, Neil?
6 wonderful years.
How many times I call you before 9?
I got back to you, didn't I?
Now, you listen good. I got a call from Reno this morning.
Congratulations.
You lost a lot of money there last week.
So?
You lost more than you had. You wrote some checks, all bad, $9,000 worth.
What are they calling you for?
They're calling me because you used my name as reference. They're calling me because they'd like their money back.
Tell them I'll have it in a few weeks.
They want it by start of business tomorrow.
Get an extension. Charlie, no hysterics. It's not your style.
You really don't know what's eating you, do you? I'm referring to the fact that you're gambling again for any amount.
I know what you're thinking, counselor, but fear not.
Well, that's a nothing promise. You get in the hole again, you're back at the old stand.
Now, stop worrying, will you? I peddle insurance these days, remember?
Yeah, you peddle insurance. You make a pretty good living at it. But not good enough to cover gambling losses like this.
I'll come up with it.
You better, Neil. I don't know how many times I got to remind you. You are a man with 2 convictions. You employ me to help you get straight so that hopefully one day we can make a legal attempt to recover that little boy of yours.
He's the reason I bought the house. Proper domicile.
Great. Now, you explain to me how we're going to handle this Reno problem. They want it tomorrow at 8 a.m. If they don't get the money then, they're going to file a report on your bad checks with the DA's office.
You're trying to rattle me.
No, I'm not, Neil. But just suppose. Suppose that report only got as far as your parole officer.
If I can't come up with all of it, will they deal?
Well, I'm betting against. But you could try.
Would you come with me?
Reno? If I can.
Good. I'll call you.
Neil, it's a wasted trip. If you can't come up with at least 6 or 7.
I got 3,600.
Great. Well, buy your lunch?
No, thanks. I got a date.
Of course, it's Friday. It's your day with a man.
Right. I'm late already.
Excuse my presumptuousness, but that's a face that my cameraman would bathe in soft yellows.
Good for him.
My name is Pete. And believe me, I'd be making the same speech if your date was here already.
Go away, Pete. You smell like gin.
I've invested vast sums of money in acquiring that scent, Miss,
Really, Pete, go away.
Are you telling me that you have no interest whatsoever in testing for us? Or, maybe you don't condescend to us, showbiz folk, huh?
No, I'm just nicely telling you to remove your hand or I'll ask the maitre d' to throw you out on your can.
Whatever you say, Butch.
For the record, Neil, you staying straight?
Oh, me, Jack? No way. As a matter of fact, I burgled a house on the way down here this morning.
Shh, walls have ears. Got another one for you.
No, I do not consort with known criminals.
No, not that one, not that one. This is a little heavier, so take your time with it. You told me you paid $32,000 for the house.
Yeah, $5,000 down and a 7% mortgage on the balance. Why, did somebody tell you I overpaid?
Oh, these latest figures do, Neil. Declared income for last year was a shade over $13,000.
Yeah, 13, that's right. Yeah.
Well, starting from scratch the year before, how did you spread it around and still accumulate the five? For instance, income tax, car purchase, $100 a month you send in support of your son. Look at those threads.
Well, I got a pretty good expense account, Jack. You know, lunch and drinks, anything connected with hustling a insurance policy, gas mileage, the clothes I get wholesale through a friend of a friend, you know, one of those numbers. But you're right, Jack, it's a tight squeeze.
Telling me?
If somebody pushed me, I could come up with specific answers.
No. Nobody is pushing you exactly. I just want to be sure in my own mind so that when I make out my quarterly report, there are no question marks after your name.
Oh, well, I hope not. See, I'll be eligible to apply for custody of my boy in another year, Jack, and I need you in my corner.
I want to be. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, extension 259, Cutter. Yeah, Linda, I'm on my way. Yeah. My lunch date's waiting for me.
Same time next month?
No, we're not finished yet, Neil. Fact is, you were a half hour late.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm sorry.
So I'll be here at 9 in the morning. We'll kick it around some more.
Yeah, sure thing.
I'm sorry you have to come back after.
That's all right, man. Okay.
I thought you said you were clean these days.
I am.
All right, before you make out your report, go to the clinic for an Alene test.
I am.
Say, you don't have a smoke on perchance, do you?
No, I'm
cigarette?
sorry.
You sure? Seen you here before a couple times.
They're beautiful and extravagant. They look real.
They are. Now, don't say I wish you hadn't.
Exactly my next line, except that I mean it. They complicate things, Neil.
Oh, why? It's really very simple. Just tell Dr. Farben that you're being bribed.
Oh,
Huh?
really?
Yeah, well, I need somebody to celebrate with me.
You sold the pension plan.
2/3 of it. One signature to go, and that's waiting for me in Reno.
Well, bravo. You intend to go up there today?
Well, I don't know if the bribe works.
Oh, Neil, I don't know. I've got a 3 o'clock appointment at the shop, and...
Yeah, well, just let Big Bruce handle it. I promise to get you back in time for work tomorrow. But don't send me up there alone. Please.
You just sold me.
You won't be sorry.
Well, I am a little already, but that's all right. Because any man whose lawyer comes out to his house to find him must have problems.
Charlie? What did he tell you?
Not a thing. That's why I'm going.
Because I've got problems?
Because you've got problems. And strong, delicate hands and a smile that completely mystifies me.
Now, look, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put these pearls on. I want you to go home and pack.
We just have time to make the 3 o'clock flight, okay?
Well, I love
Now that's something to discuss with Dr. Farman.
them. Yeah, I'll do that.
No, thanks. Look, if you don't mind, I'm going to invite Charlie to go with us. He introduced me to the man in Reno.
Oh, who hasn't signed yet?
Right. So you try to reserve 3 seats, and I'll go and pay for those pearls.
You weren't even sure I'd keep them?
No, I wasn't. I took them on approval.
The more I know you, the less I know you.
Good.
Aren't you the busy one? Out visiting again?
No, I need another $4,000. I need it now.
There's a lot of day left. You can always gather some more goodies.
I can't work anymore today. I just don't feel right. Rule number 1, if you're off stride, go home.
Since when have you become such a stickler?
Money, Herm. You can take it off the top of the next couple of scores.
I can let you have 1.
Oh, come on. You got more than that.
I may have another purchase to make this afternoon. Now, 1,000 is all I can let go of without goods. Do you want the 1?
Yeah, I want the 1.
Thanks. Neil, will you take care of the bags? I'll check in.
You know what time the meeting is?
No, not yet. Charlie's in his room setting it up. Can I fix you one?
No, I'll go do some shopping. I'm sure you want to wait this out alone.
Well, what makes you think that?
The way you invited me in the first place. For a celebration. Isn't that after the battle? See you later.
Your timing's as good as your legs.
You keep it clean. Our den mother might misconstrue. Hi, Charlie.
You see what shows are playing in town. Take your pick, all right?
Do I make reservations for 2 or 3?
No, forget about me, Jeannie. I'm flying back right after the meeting, which, incidentally, is on at 6.
Right.
Good luck. Bye, Charlie.
Bye. She's a nice lady, amigo. I hope you've been straight with her.
She doesn't know I have a record, if that's what you mean.
Well, if I were you, I'd level, especially with her. She looks breakable.
She is, and I will. If you get me through the day. I'm thinking of marrying her, Charlie. She's good for me. She'll be good for my son.
Neil, it seems I'm always preaching at you, and I am, but aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself?
Don't you think I'm entitled?
Well, I just think that you're boxing yourself in before you're ready for a custody hearing or a new wife. You haven't been clean long enough. Neil, I don't even know if you're clean now.
You don't think I can make it without stealing?
I don't know whether you can or not.
Yeah, well, I do know. You talked to the man. How did you read him?
Well, I think anything short of the whole 9,000 is uphill. We're plenty short.
Thanks for the pep talk.
You don't pay me to bully. I'll be stretching out in my room. Pick me up at 5:30 sharp.
Yeah. There you go.
Again, St. Peter coming out.
Yeah, 11.
Now. $100 on the 11.
All right, 11. Be there. Come, 11. This is the night. We'll make it. How sweet it is. How sweet it is. Let's see if we can stay lucky.
Same shooter coming out.
All right, stay there, baby.
3 traps, plenty of 3 traps, plenty of.
Well, you can't win them all.
Coming out again on 11.
All right,
Here they
stay
go.
with
Coming
me.
out.
Stay with me, baby.
3 traps, 3 ace deuce. Plenty of
Only
3
her
traps.
son knows.
Same shooter coming out. Come on, Dave. Snake eyes. They shoot or lose.
Let's go, Winter. We're late. It's been a pleasure, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything left to take a meeting with?
You tell me.
Neil. Neil. There's only 1,000 here. You're putting me on.
I dropped almost 4.
Dropped 4. You'll probably drop this too, so I'll take it.
I want to wipe out the whole bill, Charlie. I almost did it. Listen, you'd have been proud of me. I started out with 6 straight passes.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the way over. It's now 1:15, and well, it's going to be rough enough without being late.
Yeah, Charlie, go without me.
What?
You can break it to him alone.
No, wait. You're $8 grand short, and you don't want to put in a personal appearance.
Now, screw it up. You go over there and give him the $1,000 and tell him I'm good for the rest.
Now, you listen to me, Neil.
Look, I'm not going to stiff him.
You can't offend people who can hurt you. And they will hurt you. Believe me, they will. If you don't show. 10 years of hard time.
I'm betting the other way, Charlie, and it's my life.
It sure is.
You will go without me.
Of course I will. Because the thing I do, finally, is whatever you ask me to do. Do you know why, Neil?
Because you make such a fortune off me.
Because any man who spends 42 months of his life in a concrete room with an iron cot and bars on the window is entitled to a little rooting interest. And that is why I do whatever you ask. Even when it kills me.
Just stall the man, Charlie. You can do it.
Stall the man. Such a dreamer.
Self-employed, right? I mean you, buddy. You work for yourself, don't you?
What's this, part of the entertainment?
No, that's my hobby. Figured out what people do. My wife thinks I should have been a regular on What's My Line.
Terrific.
Now, in your case, I can't peg the specific business. A distributorship maybe someplace. But you look like a real self-starter.
Yeah, small grocery store.
It figures. Midwest someplace.
Michigan. Saginaw.
You're single. Right?
Incredible.
That was easy. No ring. You got no ring on your finger. That's how I nailed you on that one. You know, a lot of people think this is a weird hobby. Maybe sick even a little. But I think it's good practice for my business, which is credit manager for a chain of appliance stores in Jersey and upstate New York. I mean, you got to be able to read people 126 when they come in and ask you for $700 worth of equipment. And all they want to lay on you is a down payment of $1.50 big. You may as well give it back, though. I lost the wad playing 21. Mm-hmm. Some gross.
Well, you must be Charlie Harrod. You look exactly the way a Charlie Harrod should look. I'm Jim Callender.
Howdy, Mr. Callan. It's a pleasure.
Can I pour you a drink?
What you have there is fine.
There, I just made that.
Thank you.
I thought Mr. Wilkerson was going to be with you.
Oh, yes. Well, he intended to. I mean, that's why he's here in Reno. But he got himself involved in a personal bind.
Well, I understand. As long as he came up with the money.
Well, sir, not all of it. He didn't quite have enough time.
How's your drink?
Drink's fine.
How much did he raise?
1,000.
Well, he should have sent 2 Charlie Harrods.
Man. Well, I know this doesn't make much of a dent, sir. But he's good for it. All of it, I promise you.
Oh, I believe you, Charlie, because the morning line on Charlie Harrod is A1. But I don't particularly like being waltzed around, and I think your friend is waltzing me. Because the morning line on him is not so good.
You see, Mr. Callender, he thought that maybe I could make a deal with you, but he was afraid that he might screw it up.
Too good to ask for a favor.
Oh, no, sir, it isn't that.
Well, I can't trust a man I can't see.
Give him a week.
Why?
Because he's on probation. Because if you process those checks, he goes inside for 10 years.
Well, that's no reason to give him a week. That's a reason for him to be here. I mean, if I were in his shoes, I would be here. And I think you would too, wouldn't you, Charlie?
Probably.
But he's not. I like you, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I think he's shafting you, sending you over here to get him off the hook. Now, is that the kind of person that I should trust with $8,000 of my money? I mean, would you?
Well, sir. Neil. Neil, this is James Callender, Neil Wilkerson.
I'm glad you can make it.
Sorry I'm late.
Sorry, forget it, you're here.
Yeah, with my hand out. Or didn't Charlie tell you yet?
Oh, he told me. Would you like a drink?
Oh, no, thanks.
Well, maybe some hors d'oeuvres.
No.
Charlie? Thought maybe I'd play host before plunging in. My eldest son is always saying he goes to choke back east. He's always telling me I show bad form.
Yeah, well, just give me a little time on the balance. That's all I really want, Mr. Callender.
Well, I'd like to now, especially that you've shown up, but I'm afraid I'll have to talk to my associates.
Your associates?
Yes, my partners. Well, one of them.
When will I know?
When I find him.
You wouldn't be sweating me, would you, just to keep the hook in?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
But why? I came here on my knees. I don't need any reminding.
I think you do. Anybody who pays their debts with bad checks needs all kinds of reminding.
But I'm here, man. I mean, doesn't that say something?
Sure it does. It says that Charlie Harrod wasn't in and out of here on time. You got the message and slammed over here before your time ran out.
Wait a minute, Mr. Callender. There was no game plan. I leveled with you. I leveled.
Well, either way, that one needs watching.
But I thought you said that all he had to do was put in an appearance and then we...
I said we would talk about it. The talk hardly fills me with confidence.
But look, Mr. Callender, I've got a son back east myself. He's 6 1/2. He's in a foster home. His mother drinks. And, well, to get to the point, I'm trying, through Charlie's help here, to get custody and bring him out to California. A few people filed charges. Now, they'll probably send me up again. And if they do, Charlie can tell you any chance I have of getting the boy would probably go right out the window. I'm just asking to consider that, that's all.
Yeah, I see.
All I want's a week.
You know, I got 3 kids.
And you know how I feel.
No, I don't.
You're a father.
Yes, I am. But you're not. You're some kind of a walking accident where people are concerned. Your son particularly.
Really? You have any other opinions on what my son...
You
did to
damn
me?
right I have. He's
Please,
your
Neil.
scapegoat. Your excuse for your gambling and your bad checks and whatever other charming activities
Look,
you
Jimmy,
indulge
he's
in.
just a little bit
Oh,
of a rock.
stop defending him. Coming here using your child as a lever. He'd be better off never seeing his father.
Who the hell are you to piss? Stop it, you lousy boy!
No, he's in the clothing business.
Ah, it's a front, Charlie! They're all in business!
No, Neil. You blow it all. Blow it.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Callender. You can take that extra week and you can jam it. I'm going to give you that other $8,000 for breakfast tomorrow. Let go of me!
Neil. Neil. Neil, please. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jim. Neil, for God's sakes, where are you going to get $8,000 overnight?
Don't worry about
Listen to me, it's suicide. Please, maybe I can raise a few thousand.
I'll deal with it.
Jeannie, who's going to deal with Jeannie?
I guess you are. Do it gently. Airport.
Herm, I'm in a bind. gotta go out tonight.
I thought that was against your rules.
Now, the rules went out the window this afternoon. Figure on a big Bel Air party. Something that'll get me into an expensive house with a lot of other people.
The Bramleys have something scheduled, but you'd never crash it.
Why?
Because at the core, they're very middle class, that's why. And also very security conscious.
The address, Herm?
Well, all right if you insist. It's the last house on Bonner Road.
What's the occasion?
I think, well, I don't know. I think it's a party known of some general.
Address?
Dress is optional.
I'll be on your doorstep in a couple of hours.
No, definitely not my place. If you get away with anything, I'll come to you. I'm as middle class as she is, and I'm even more security conscious.
Hey, fella, who parked this car?
Talking to me, sir?
Whoever parked the car left the lights on and the keys in it. I just want to know who did it.
I don't think it was me, sir.
It's a good thing I came back for my cigarettes, or I'd have wound up with a dead battery. Just have some kind of a head parking attendant around here?
Yes, Mr. Grove. He's up at the house.
Well, let's go have a talk with Mr. Grove.
Some trouble, sir? I'm with the security company.
No, whoever parked my car left the lights burning, that's all. Can I trust you to tell Mr. Grove?
Yes, sir.
All right, then I'll forget it. I just want to make sure it's reported.
Oh, excuse me. Hi, Anne-Marie Corbin.
Anne-Marie Corbin, you don't have a drink. I'm buying.
My husband's bringing him in, thank you. You know my car?
I think I met him with Jerry, yeah.
Sorensen? I hope not, or I'll never get my drink. When those two start talking about boats,
Well, I just spotted Jerry heading to the bar. He's by himself.
then there's some hope.
Good luck. I wonder if I could trouble you for a scotch and soda, please.
Bob Rifle.
Ted Shelby, Bob. Say, have you seen Carl? Anne-Marie's looking for him.
Do I know him?
Carl Corbin, boat nut.
Oh, he's probably off in the corner with George and, what's his name?
Jerry Sorensen.
I've got such a lousy memory for names. Jerry Sorensen, of course. Say, you were at SC, weren't you, Teddy?
Yeah, way back when, I gotta admit it.
Makes two of us. Trojans, win or lose. Number one.
Amen.
Oh, excuse me.
This was taken the night of the Watts reliever.
Was it?
Or was it the Biafran War Fund? No, I'm mixed up. It was the Unwed Mother's Ball. That was
Hi. Who's got the 11 o'clock suite, you or me?
I have. 11, is that all it is? I feel like 6 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
What are you supposed to be doing?
It's a routine check, ma'am, on the hour.
Listening at doors is routine?
Well, I noticed the bedroom light was on. It was off at 10.
That's very alert of you. I apologize. My husband probably turned it on himself. Unless one of your men did. Or one of the maids.
Well, you're probably right. Should I turn it off?
No, just leave it on.
Night. No, I want to tell you something, buddy. You throw a beautiful party.
Dying to see what you've got. Beautiful, Neil. And you stick yourself on this one.
Here. Now give me a figure, Herb.
I make it worth about 7,000 for you.
7,000. You wouldn't be trying to nail me just because I'm not blind.
That's an honest figure. Truth is, I'm more likely to give you an edge if you're in a bind. That's my way.
I'll settle for the 7. It'll just about get me off the hook.
Good. 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5,000, and 6. Count it.
Wait a minute. You're a grand short.
I loaned you that this afternoon, dear boy. Against my principles, I might add.
I need it all. I need the whole 7.
Well, that's unfortunate. You must consider my situation. How long do you think I'm going to sit on this stuff?
Just about as long as it'll take you to pop those stones out of their settings. Come on, Herm. Did I ever keep you waiting?
Only when they put you away. This kind of work, that's a recurrent prospect.
I made maybe 200 separate hits for you. Doesn't that count for something?
And if it didn't, would I be here in the middle of the night, fingering this load of baubles?
I remember who you're talking to. I mean, you dig this scene. Nobody owes anybody any favors.
Why should they? These things ought to be precise and impersonal. As I said, either one of us can be off the street by morning.
You can keep your lousy 6 grand. I'll find another buyer.
It's a seller's market, Neil. If you want to take all this elsewhere, it's only fair. I'll admit up front I could use these stones. Now, why don't you make up your mind? Do we or don't we have a deal?
You know very well we've got a deal.
I wasn't sure.
Not much. Go back to your knitting, Herm. I'll call you within 2 hours.
It's always a pleasure hearing from you.
Neil?
Yeah?
Oh, I can hardly see you.
What are you doing here, Jeannie? Didn't Charlie tell you anything?
Just that you had to get back to L.A. in a hurry, but nobody had to tell me anything. I watched you since you woke up this morning and then through lunch in Reno.
Not now, Jeannie. I'm on my way out.
Well, I'm only sorry it took me this long to realize how much steam you've been building up and what kind of trouble you're in.
I told you, Jeannie, not now.
Where are you going? Neil, tell me. I'm a big girl.
All right. I met a topless dancer last week. Especially spilling drinks with her hands tied behind her back. I made a date to take her out for a milkshake. I think we can find true happiness.
It's not another woman, and you know it.
I'll see you.
Now, what is it, Neil? Tell me, I want to help you, and Charlie Harrod wants to help you. What is it? Is it money? I'll loan you some.
Yeah, it's money. It's money, and you can't help me. Because I created the problem. I have to solve it. The way I've been solving it since I was 18. By stealing, Jeannie. By breaking and entering. I'm a burglar. I've been sent up for it twice already. Right now, I'm on my way out to steal again. Because it's my trade. My vocation. Any more questions before you give me back my key and go out that door for the last time?
I don't die that easily. No key until you tell me what these past 2 months have meant to you.
This morning you want to back off. Do it. If I ever turn this corner, I'll call you.
You still haven't answered my question.
I don't intend to. Look.
What about your son? Are you doing this for him?
I hope I'm doing it for somebody.
Let's forget it. Yeah, probably walk right now.
I've got 8 and some change. I'm short. I'm short 1,000. I gave him 1,000. With this 8, I make it. I made it before I hit the empty house.
Yeah.
Charlie, sorry I woke you up. Yeah, well, I just wanted you to know that I'll be leaving for Reno first thing in the morning.
You got the money?
Yeah, that's right, all of it. The man won't be bugging you anymore.
Charlie, I'm sorry I involved you in this in the first place, but that's what you get for taking a rooting interest.
Which reminds me, there's another little problem.
It seems that my car...
Call someone else, will you? I'm off the case. Because you don't want help, Neil. I can't help you anymore. You don't want a lawyer. You want a pallbearer.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Charlie.
I'm sorry, too. Because you're a hell of a guy.
Sure. Hey, what's this?
I read your file in the parole office, man.
Oh, yeah, you're the kid that mooches cigarettes. Now, look, just to help yourself to a carton, man, take your...
I don't want any cigarettes, man. I don't want any cigarettes. I need some money. I figure you got some money.
Well, you're wrong, kid. That's yesterday's news. I'm just your friendly neighborhood salesman. No, just
don't.
No, just take it easy. Cool it.
Okay, look. I need some money, and I need it now. Now, are you gonna get it for me? You're gonna stand here and dance like that?
Well, I'd like to help you, kid. But I only got some loose change.